You see people at their low, their families, their children, when they have no hope left, and I get to come in and give them hope. So what wishes do for me is it allows me to get up every morning to go there and give something back to those families that I otherwise could never give them, that I'll never, ever, ever give them, and they get the power of hope.
My name is Patel. I am the section chief of neurology for Nationwide Children's, and I'm also an associate professor at Ohio State University in neurology and pediatrics. One of my greatest experiences in the WISH program was a young man, teenager named Deshaun, and he had really bad epilepsy, and it was really more difficult for Deshaun and his family because he actually grew up for several years being completely normal. And it was tough. I got to know him and his family, and we didn't have a lot to offer. And it was right around that time where we had this presentation from the Make-A-Wish folks. I feel that was an opportunity that I was able to give that I might have missed had I not been exposed to the Make-A-Wish program. And when I did, I didn't really know what to expect. I again wanted to give them a break from this illness. That's one of the great things that we see in the WISH kids, is they get to kind of hit the pause button on whatever is making them sick, and again get to experience something with their family and give back. And so we did. We sent him on his trip, which was to meet his idol, Chris Paul, who at that time played for the LA Clippers. But the WISH program did something even better. They just totally took the experience and treated him and his family like VIPs, or very important people. He went to see Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and the rest of the Clippers, got to work out and warm up with them. It was pretty amazing. We got to see some video and pictures of it. But then they also got to go to Universal Studios. He had some younger siblings who really liked amusement parks, and so they kept saying, "Deshaun, you gave this to me. You let me do this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're such a great big brother." And you have to remember, at that time, Deshaun couldn't be a big brother. And I'll try not to get too choked up, but he couldn't be their role model. He couldn't be their big brother. He was sick. And then he was able to do that, and it just changed him completely. So I saw him shortly after he came back, and he went there with seizures, as we thought and knew. Tried to change his treatments, and understandably, we knew he was still going to have daily and weekly seizures. But then he came back, and I said, "How's it going? How's your trip?" And he then said, "Well, I haven't had a seizure since I left, or for the trip." I said, "Excuse me?" And I looked at his mom, and I said, "Is that true?" And she's like, "Couldn't wait to tell you. He had not had a seizure." That was over 3 years ago, and he has still had no seizures since then. And I thought that was the most amazing thing. And I couldn't understand why that happened. I mean, I really didn't do anything special. I couldn't take credit. I didn't change his medicines in a way that I thought would work. And if they did, they would have worked before he left for his trip, because I really tried to get him seizure-free so he could experience a better WISH experience. It wasn't me. It was something else. And then I saw it over and over with these other kids. A WISH is more than just a nice thing to do, that you are going to help their care. You're going to help them get better. And now I'm passionate to make sure that every kid out there gets a WISH. We found lots of kids in our own hospital that didn't get the WISH experience, and I don't know if their care would have gotten better. I don't know if that would have changed who they were or what they were. I think about that every day. And I wish we could go back to those kids and give that to them. And I now have a mission, I have a goal that I've got to provide every eligible kid a WISH. I have to, because I can give something that's so important to them in their life, that is more than just a nice thing to do. That's something that will live with them for the entire life and help their health get better. And if that's my goal as a physician, is to help my children get better and be cured, or at least lessen the burden of their illness, then darn it, I have to do that. But I can't do it without donations. I can't do it without the money that's given to the organization. I can't do it without the ability and the funding to provide a WISH. You can change a life for the rest of their life. You can improve the quality of their life. You can transform their health care by giving, by donating, by providing a resource that otherwise we wouldn't have. That's what you can do. You can do it today, you could do it tomorrow, but more importantly, you're going to change a life forever.